Rolling. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hell, even good night. um, Basically, I'm bringing a different type of video that I normally haven't done just yet. Um, I guess you can call it a rant slash open discussion. Really, I'm just speaking my thoughts. So, as you can probably tell by the video or thumbnail, we're talking about Call of Duty. I'm not gonna go into no whole huge spiel of the downfall of Call of Duty or stuff like that. Really, I'm just gonna be just talking about my personal experience and how I just personally feel about the game and where it's headed. Um, for the most part, it's definitely going downhill. um, I think main my if I'm speaking personally, man, I think my main issue with the game is, to keep it simple, it's just not fun. It feels like you're clocking into another 8 hour shift, and it's like Call of Duty was meant to be, or at least when I was growing up, mind you, my first Call of Duty game was Black Ops, and ever since from Black Ops, I was just hooked. Um, Pretty much bought every Call of Duty after that, besides Infinite Warfare. Another side note, I never did. What is the word? I never did go back and play like MW2, the original one, World at War, those type of games. I guess I just, at the time I'm broke. I'm only a kid, so hell, I had to save up my own money to get Black Ops. But yeah, from Black Ops, I was hooked. To this day, I pretty much played every Call of Duty game except for Infinite Warfare. That was the first Call of Duty game that I looked at and I was just like, I don't want this. um, but nah, yeah, it's just not fun no more, man. It really just gets me to the point where I'm like, I'd only touch it if one of my friends is on, and like, or I got, honestly, I don't have many friends that play online anyway. So if he's on, we're playing, or even just depending on my mood, we might play the game. But if he's not on, I'm probably not on. I'm feeling the same way about 2K. I mean, I might give 26 a shot, but that's for another video. But I mean, I'm gonna just kind of talk about Black Ops 6 for a second. So like, Black Ops 6, it started out strong. I don't know how it went this bad, but it started out very very strong. But for the most part, it just, I mean, I knew the multiplayer. I knew what I was getting out of the multiplayer. The multiplayer, I mean, guns was going to be okay. My main issue was going to be more or less the maps. Obviously, skill based matchmaking, or what, engagement optimized matchmaking. That's another word for it. One of those type scenarios and stuff like that. But for the most part, like I said, I knew what I was getting out of the multiplayer. The maps to me ain't good. I mean, you got your here and there, but it's just like the maps aren't really that good. The guns are okay. You do got a good amount in there, so I'm not gonna harp on the guns. I think the guns are perfect actually. Could use some tweaking, some updating to make sure, etc. etc. But yeah, guns are good. The map, or like, if I had to rate all of this stuff on like a scale of 1 through 5, guns I give it 4. Map, I'm gonna give that like a 2, maybe a 1.5, but I'm gonna give it a 2. The skill based matchmaking is just like every game, every year it just cranks up more and more and more. So I mean, that's a 0. I don't know, man. I feel like I have a lot more to say about this, but like I said, I ain't trying to be too long winded with this, anyways. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the multiplayer is just pretty. But I think you got a lot of tryhards out there. I think a lot of stuff is like, even though you might not think it is a big change, it can all lead up to something big. And I think what the era we're in now, since gaming is so not, it's no longer belittled, you know, because back in like 2012 or even before that, like you was a game, you was a nerd for most people. You know what I'm saying? You was a nerd, loner, loser, etc. Now the whole what is it? The whole look or perspective on this is totally different. Like you got rappers gaming and streaming now. Not saying they never gamed, but now you have them actually streaming their games or just doing streaming in general. Cause it's just like basically with any industry, they starting to now see how lucrative it is. And if industries are catching on, you know, you got individual people like me as well that's going to catch on. So we're going to see that, oh, okay, let's start streaming and playing the game. And then if you're fans, well, I'm just saying most fans and probably most viewers, I'm no exception too. I think I'm also a problem to it as well, is that I want to see good people. I don't like, I want to see, I don't, it's not like I don't want to see bad players. But it just at the end of the day, I don't want to constantly watch someone for 8 hours get their ass whooped. And so that's why it's like I can see why you have a lot more tryhards, because you have a lot of people trying to play the game and they're good. What, or they want to be good. So that's why I think whenever I play my matches, man, I'm playing against nobody but just sliding through the floors, pre-aiming corners, head glitching. Granted, I do be playing a lot of small maps, so it's stuff like that. But like that goes back to what I say. I don't play this a lot, so I'm really am looking just to get into like a quick match, play a quick match, and then just rinse and repeat. So because again, that's kind of goes back to what I said before. The maps aren't good. Nothing on this game is like Jason really likes this map, so he's gonna want to play this map, or you know I want to play. I'm crying to get back to play. Like I don't even know the maps on there, to be honest. So cause like to this day I can name off Black Ops 2 maps off like the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Even Black Ops 1. And even when it comes to Black Ops 1, it's a DLC map in my head that I like from Black Ops 1. And that goes to show you that, like, it just, I don't know, man. I must say this, times are different. Times are different. Developers are different. Their mindsets are different. And their intention when they're dropping games are very different. So, as you can see, they're no longer catering to either old heads or people that genuinely love their game and wanted to succeed. They're probably, as I always keep seeing in watching YouTube videos of other people like Nero, Exclusive Ace, Ink Slasher, or Ink Plays. I just cut onto his channel, so I might be saying it wrong. But it's just like the crap is just crazy. Like it's really crazy. It's no way like we're playing these type of games and we keep giving these feedbacks and no one is like listening. You know, like I said, I don't know what. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put the same Call of Duty shit I have, and I ain't mean to cuss right there. I'm trying to do better on that, but I'm trying to like the footage you're gonna see in the background, man. That just I haven't. That's me coming back to play Call of Duty after I stopped playing it for like a month or so. When did season 3 drop? Shattered Veil, 1st of April, right? So you gotta realize all the way up to April, and this is. What's the date on here? 5/11. So I didn't play this thing for like a good solid month. And that's very rare. I mean, it's one thing for me to not play the game, but for me to just play games but not have Call of Duty, that's crazy. That is crazy work. But even still, I said before I even got Black Ops 6 that my main thing was zombies. I knew, like I said, I knew what I was getting into and getting in with when it came to multiplayer. Skill-based matchmakers are gonna ruin everything. They probably ain't making good maps. They maps don't fit the score streaks they make. So it's like, what's the point of having an underground building and I got aerial score streaks? And the ones that do real damage are aerial score streaks. I don't know. It's just like they don't factor those in, or just, I don't know. It's real no balance on that. Now, my main thing I really want to also address is the zombies. Oh my goodness, the zombies. There's a little kind of context to this. So when Black Ops 1 came out, I was complete dog shit on multiplayer. I think I was just in 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. I was definitely in middle school. First multiplayer against playing other people. Dog shit. I was terrible. So I pivoted toward zombies, and zombies, if I'm being honest, is what really got me hooked into Call of Duty. So with that being said, Black Ops 1, zombies, fantastic. MW3 came out, no zombies. They had that little co-op crap ass. I won't say ass. It was pretty solid, but it's repetitive. It wasn't going to really retain me over. So I had no choice but to adapt in multiplayer at that time. After MW3, Black Ops 2. Obviously, Black Ops 2 was probably the best game out there. I keep going back and forth between Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but I think I only got Black Ops 1 really up there because of nostalgia. But it's like, regardless of what I just say right there, it still beats a lot of other Call of Duties for me, personally. Like I said, I know y'all not gonna like my list, but like I said in the beginning of this episode, this video, I ain't played MW2, the original. I ain't played World at War. So, but from what I hear from other people, my list still ain't too far. My list still isn't too bad. I might just drop my top 5 like towards the end of this discussion or this session, but yeah, it's just like what are we talking about? What are we doing with this game? Like what's going on? Like, I would prefer for y'all to just push this game back and actually have good content to drop. Like, zombies was, again, like I said, Black Ops 6 came out swinging. It did. It came out swinging. Regardless, it still had the same issues I'm talking about now, but it came out swinging. But maybe they put it a full throttle when they came out swinging, and they ran out of gas, because that is what it was looking like. And it looked like that second season. Definitely third season. Especially when we came to zombies. Now, this is and this kind of just goes back to what I say about maps. I don't know who's designing these maps. I don't know who is controlling the creative design or whatever. Either they need to be fired or reevaluated. I don't mean that jokingly. Like, I know it's not easy to sit there and make maps, but it's like, it's one thing if no one never made a good map and you're trying to do something different. But you literally have a limitless amount of access to prior games or to prior documents, I believe. Like, you can literally go back and just say, hey, this map was fun for everybody. Why is that? Let's look into the map design. Let's see the layouts. Okay, this map is fun because you got your 3 lanes, but then you got your counter lanes. I don't know if that's the correct word to say, but your lanes that dip off into the that leads into the 3 lanes. So okay, it has this. Oh, it got a nice viewpoint, but it's not an overpowered viewpoint. So it can only look at from these angles. But if you play it right, you can sneak up behind them and drop them off, or etc. etc. Oh, this has an underground path. It was something new, but they was able to, like, it's stuff like that I just makes you think, like, man, do folks don't give a damn about their job? Like, what are we doing? Like, do they not care about making a good game? And I hate saying that, because I know, like I said, this shit is not easy. I know from a person that works a 9 to 5, I know things aren't easy. And I just don't truly get it, man. Like, it makes you think, like, oh, okay, well, this, that, and the third, and we'll just make this. And no, it's like, you literally have the groundwork prior. Call of Duty, Activision seen what worked. And I can't blame the developers all the time, because again, most likely your publishers or whoever is probably pulling the strings a lot more from what I'm hearing. But it's just like, this is not a good rap on Treyarch's sheet, man. I mean, they got lucky and got away with Cold War, because Cold War was pretty That was pretty tough to play too. I'm not gonna lie with you. Like they lucky Warzone at that time was pretty good. Like I'm not even gonna say pretty good, was good. Verdansk, reskin, original, regardless, it was good. It kept my attention to Call of Duty still. But Cold War was still a pretty cold, no pun intended, cold game to play. Actually, I just want to say this out there. I actually didn't play the zombies in Cold War. I played it when it first dropped. I played the snow map. What came after that? I think it was that Firebase Z map. And then after Firebase Z, oh, was it Firebase Z that came after that? I think it was. See, that alone just goes to show you that that's crazy. Like, that is crazy. Like Black Ops 1, you got Kino, 5, you even have that Dead Ops arcade, if I'm pronouncing that right. Then you have Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, Moon. And then Moon dropped the whole remastered of, I know them, I just probably might say their name wrong, but Duri, Shinonuma. Damn, I don't play that map a lot, plus I don't see it. Let me see if I can look it up. But Varek versus I don't know. Today, Junior. The asylum or the mental hospital type map. Oh, and Knocked. They brought Knocked back. So those are 4. See, but I just struggled with the pronouncing. It wasn't like I couldn't remember those off the top of my head. Black Ops 2, Transit. I don't think they had like a second map. They probably could have, but I think Transit was kind of like the one map because it was so big. So after Transit, you had Die Rise. Barry? No. Die Rise. Tripping. Die Rise, Mob of the Dead, Buried, and then you had Origin. Black Ops 3, this might be a little bit tricky because this is kind of where I stopped playing zombies a little bit heavy, and I was literally more geared towards multiplayer because I finally got good. And that's why I kind of don't like the skill-based matchmaking now, because it's like it's forced you to stay in this lane in a sense. And it's like, I don't really see if I'm getting better or not because the people I'm playing are the same. So it's like, if I'm like, oh, I'm learning how to butt slide through the floor and whatnot and slide cancel, etc. Oh, well, I don't really know if I'm getting better doing it because I'm seeing, the moment I feel like I got better, I'm seeing other people like glide across the map. You know what I'm saying? Doing it. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, what are we playing right now? But yeah, Black Ops 3, what are we talking about? Zombies. So they brought the Giant back. Oh, I'm tripping. Oh, I forgot about I know Revelations. Shadow Evil, yes. Mob of the Dead was not on Black Ops 3, was it? It's about to make me throw my Black Ops 3 disc in. Are we dead ass? This shit had, I know Shadows of Evil. Yeah, the Rise and Draw. I'm saying that wrong, most likely. But yeah, that map. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot that one. Yeah, the Shadows of Evil, then the Castle map. And that's the reason, I don't know how I forgot that map, because that map was really the, it's a exact map I could try to compare to the Castle map they just made in Black Ops 6, which is, to me, is booty. It's like, come on, man, you have a Castle map and you're telling me like we don't have, like, you limited your creation to a real life model. Like, man, like, I don't know who idea it was to start being like, yeah, let's start taking actual landscape and we'll use them as our base. If you want to use that for multiplayer, fine, whatever. I forgot who said it. I think it was Black Ops Amazing. I actually like my zombies to be unhinged. Make it memorable. Like, I know I struggled. I got bad memory in general, but I did, like I said, Black Ops 3 wasn't like a heavy year of zombies for me. Again, like I said, I was just getting good at BO. I was just getting good at multiplayer. And if I'm not wrong, I think that dropped in 2016-ish. So 2015. So yeah, I think that was more or less just the time where I just last year of school too, graduating, fuck, can't talk, and actually getting a job. I actually had a job, so like a lot of stuff changed. I couldn't really play the game a lot, and so like I said, I divide my time up. But let me shift back to Black Ops 6, because I can go to Black Ops 4 and I could talk about all the zombie maps on there. That shit was tough. Granted, I don't like all the old remakes they did once after the Chaos series. And let me just say this, the Chaos series was tough. I am disappointed in us as a community that we did not give them a chance on that. I am very disappointed as us as a community. I was not a part of that side of the community that was bashing. I genuinely wanted to see more of it. And I'm kind of really still disappointed that they're bringing it. Are they back? Like it's like, on one hand, I'm happy they brought it back and including it now in the story. But on the other hand, I'm like, they brought it back. Like, what? Like, I would have just preferred for y'all just to snuck in chaos elements. You know what I'm saying? Like the Sentinel. Like, just say, hey, it just happened. It can cross travel dimensions. Like, let's just say that. Like, because at this, like, they're not really doing nothing with the chaos story besides the Terminus map and just mentioning it as the mansion map, I like to call it. That's the only map I believe they sat here and just. Other than that, well, man, I'm at almost 30 minutes. Wow. I'm gonna try to splice this down a little bit more, but I'm gonna try to wrap it up with this. The zombies map is pretty garbage too. Liberty Falls actually is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie with you. I do like that. When it came out, that was probably my favorite map. Even now, I will still probably put it in a top 3 spot. Terminus, it still can be in my top 5. My main issue with it is the Wonder Weapon. The Wonder Weapon on that map is pretty lackluster. I'm gonna try to stop cussing. It is very lackluster to me. Like, the primary use of the gun is good, but that secondary option, like, you just confusing the zombies. Like, who literally sat there and just like, you know what? Let's give them a second feature on this gun that hypnotizes the zombies. But wait, okay, good. But does it cause damage? No, it does no damage. It hypnotizes them. And guess what? It wastes your ammo. Doesn't that sound fun, guys? Like, no, man. Come on, bro. Like, who thought of that? That's mainly why I really played the Liberty Falls, cause like the jet gun, oh my goodness, it's basically just a reverse thunder gun. Instead of blowing out wind, it's sucking up. Pause. So, and it's a one hitter no matter what round. You know what I'm saying? You hoard them up. Zzz, you're killing them. The only thing it gets tough around is when you probably going against the manglers, the special zombies, and the elite zombies. You still doing damage though. And then at least the secondary feature with the jet gun is basically like a AOE. You know what I'm saying? It just basically sent out a huge blast wave, which kills things. It takes your ammo, all of it, but in return for taking all of your ammo, or until it recharges, it attacks. It doesn't sit there and just, oh, I'm gonna use all your ammo and I'm gonna just make the zombies levitate for a second. Although that might be pretty solid because it might buy you time. The moment you stop hypnotizing people with that other gun on the Terminus, they just get right back to running. I could be wrong. Put a comment in the comment section saying, hey, WP, you're wrong as hell. But like, God, man, I really wanted zombies, if anything, to succeed this year. And I think it is still pretty succeeding. Like, it's not like rock bottom, but man, like, if I had to just say, so far these Call of Duty games have been very underwhelming. It has. For them to have the staff that they have, the time that they have to work on the game, I don't get it. It almost makes me feel like they should go back to doing 1-year cycles. Or if they're not going to do 1-year cycles, they should do this, which I know they're not going to do it because I guess the studios, they don't like each other. I don't know. From my personal experience, I think Infinity Ward should take over story. I think they make good story modes. I will leave multiplayer in the hands of Treyarch, or actually Sledgehammer. I will leave the multiplayer in the hands of Sledgehammer, and I'm gonna go over my reasoning why. And then Treyarch can just handle zombies, strictly zombies. They can maybe still kind of branch out and help multiplayer or other modes if they want to, but no they can only lend about 20 to 25% of their staff to help others. Keep the 70, 75 core people still working on the zombies. And then Raven Software, or any other company like Treyarch Shanghai or whatever, they can keep maintaining Warzone. That's what I feel like they need to go ahead and do. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do that. My reasoning why I have those said people in those situations, Infinity Ward, I kind of already said it a little bit. They make solid game modes or story modes or campaigns, to be more exact. I say they should keep running with that. Second, Sledgehammer. They don't have a good track record with the community, but I do feel like out of all the developers, they're the ones that listens the most. Like any of their Call of Duty games, I can say for certain that from what I seen, from what they dropped to what it is now, not any different. World War II, they changed some stuff that I didn't really like. I think you had like division classes. I dropped it, but I heard towards the end or the middle of its life cycle, they did a whole revision, a whole overhaul of that class system. And I heard it got way better. They, what is it? What is the word? Vanguard. Yeah, Vanguard was trash. It's no way around that. That was trash. That was butt. I don't know what they thought they was doing. But I think even with Vanguard, they still did some changes to where they made it some type of playable still at the end. Unpopular take, Advanced Warfare was a good game to me. I liked it. I loved it, actually. I would love to see Advanced Warfare 2. Unpopular take, I know. I'm gonna make a whole separate video about unpopular takes. Advanced Warfare 2 was good. I mean, not 2, but Advanced Warfare. It was good to me. I liked it. I died with it. It was something definitely different. I even like the Exo Zombies to a certain extent. But yeah, so I mean, that's all I kind of really have to say. I just want to I know I kind of rambled on, man, but I just want to shoot my thoughts out there. I feel like I have this bottled up all the time, and good way to find to release that built up animosity towards the game. But yeah, that's kind of really all I have on that. So and I'm just gonna leave this video off with this. Maybe it's time to go ahead and just let Call of Duty go. It is just not the game that we remember playing. It is not. It's far from it. No real creative designs when it comes to the game. Shit, if anything, it seems like these folks just want to promote weed to you and make you buy these bundles. I mean, that's what it seemed like to me, man. Other than that, man, I'm going to wrap it up. But yeah, I just think Call of Duty is just no longer where we at. So for all the old heads that are listening to this, I think it's time to pack it up, which I am. I packed it up. I'm probably going to see what Black Ops 7 is going to be and go from there. But like I said, if the zombies not hitting on that game, which most likely they probably won't, because they're already taking resources from Black Ops 6 to make the next game, which doesn't really bode well. But oh well. We'll see. That's probably going to be my last real straw with Call of Duty. I said Black Ops 6 was going to be it, but I'm going to give them one more shot since Treyarch is the next people coming out. Maybe had it been Infinity Ward or somebody else, I'd probably be like, nah, I'm done with Call of Duty. Play my PC games, keep it pushing. But I'm probably going to give them one more shot this year since it is Treyarch again. And again, Treyarch so far have not let me down greatly. If anything, they have always made playable Call of Duties. Maybe not fun, but at least playable. Like, I can get on Black Ops 6 and play it, but it just like I said in the beginning, man, it just feels like I'm at work. Like, it does not feel like how I was when I got home from school and like put in hours on Black Ops 1, putting in hours on Black Ops 2. Hell, even hours on MW3 and Ghost, which is another unpopular take I'm finna say. But Ghost was actually a pretty good game to me. Again, it has its issues, but like, I really wish we would have communicated our grievances a whole lot better. Cause like, when we don't like a certain feature, I think most people like to gravitate towards just saying, oh, the game ass. And that's why for me, I hate that the community went that route with it, man, because like I said, Ghost and Advanced Warfare wasn't bad in my honest opinion. But like I said, I'm not going to talk about that in this video. Like I said, this is just more of a rant, just Call of Duty in general, and just my personal opinion. But yeah, like I said, I think it's just time to let go. So if you agree or disagree, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe. That's all I got. See you later.